Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Season 9 playoffs, round 1 of 4. 16 drivers have qualified for the playoffs tonight. You see them up there. Did have one slight change. DJ Mitzel there. You see him towards the bottom at 2,000 points. He has had a bad Big Mac, it seems. So he's not going to be racing tonight. Instead, we're going to move Anthony English, who was the next one up. He's going to move up in there. So Anthony English will start with 2,000 points. If you see down up at the top, Daniel Holloway, Paul Servant, Slick, Rick Sebrins right there. 2010. Those guys have 2 wins. That's why they have those extra 10 points. Then you have David Overstreet, Dus, and Dana Osborne, Danube. At 2005, because they have 1 win. So that's where the extra points came in. They're going to go race tonight. A top 12 in points after tonight's race. Go on to next round. We drop the bottom 4. So if you won a couple races or won a race, you have a little bit of an advantage, a couple extra points. But as you know, nothing's certain here. Super Speedway racing here at Talladega. 75 laps of Super Speedway racing here. The NSRA Sunday Select season number 9 here on Victory Lane Broadcasting. Thanks for joining us tonight. These guys are getting ready to go out and qualify right now. Take a look at them. There's Sean Stevens in the 27. They'll be out there racing, trying to get another championship. Won one already a couple seasons ago. There's Isaac the Wrecking Ball Wilson in that number 93. He's out there trying to win a championship as well. Russ Hancock in the 343 out there. He just put down the first time, 53.66. Sean Steven drops a 53.61 in there. There's Daniel Holloway in that 21 Hershey Kiss. Holloway trying to win, I believe, his 3rd championship here, NSRA Sunday Select. Cody Nagels puts on a lap, and he's in that spiffy-looking number 6. Good wrench right there. Cody with an awesome little paint job this week for the as we start the playoffs. They always seem to be chasing this man, Paul Servant, as he takes his lap around here. We'll see what he can do. Vince Guerrero puts up a 53.59. Question is, Paul, what will Paul put out there? He still has... This is his hot lap. You see him right there on the yellow line, staying down there, trying to get a good pit stall location for the start, or for the rest of this race. So crucial here. See him dive down below the yellow with the tri-oval. Just lets the car come back to him, and will he get on the pole? No! All those guys are so close. 53, 59, 59 for Nagel, 60 for Servant, 61 for Stevens. I mean, everyone's just so super close right there. Looks like Vince Guerrero's going to get the pole tonight. Charles Giffen is out there just in the 99. He's got a minute left. Put his time down. I don't know if he will not have time to do it unless this is his fast lap. We'll see. There's Charles, gets in at 64. Actually 65, 53.65. Again, no requirement to go in and qualify. Everyone who does qualify is all right there. 53.59 all the way down to our slowest qualifier, and it's really not that slow. Isaac Wilson at 53.67. So 0.8 of a second separate first to 10th. Give everyone else out there ready to go as we get closer and closer to this race. From Talladega, 75 laps. The temperature is 75 degrees. Track temperature 99 degrees. So the track is in a good little temperature right now. Get the qualifying grid up as we get ready to go racing here. On the pole, Vince Guerrero in the 14. Outside of Vince, his partner in crime, Cody Nagels, in that 6 car. Row number 2, Paul Servant in that number 3. And outside of Paul, Sean Stevens in the 27. In row number 3, Anthony English in the 44. Dana Osborne in the 8. In row number 4, Charles Giffen in the 99. Daniel Holloway in the 21. In row number 5, Russ Hancock in the 343. Outside of Russ, Isaac, the wrecking ball Wilson in the 93. In row number 6, you have Slick Rick Seabrans. And outside of Rick, you have a 12 car, Dusty Burkhardt. In row number 7, David Overstreet. And outside of David sits Batman, Markman at 04. In row number 8, Michael Pratt in the 45. And outside of Michael Pratt at 48, Andrew Schroeder. And in row number 9, Len McNeese in the 84, Lucky Len McNeese, and Brian Kaufman in the 1. And starting 19th and last, Adam Kilday in the 9. There's your starting lineup. We're going to go back real quick so everyone can take a look again at the playoff grid. There's the playoff grid. We got Holloway, Servant, Rick Seabrans, Dana Osborne, David Overstreet, Dusty Burkhardt, Brian Kaufman, Charles Giffen, Vince Guerrero, Russ Hancock, Mark Mann, Len McNeese, Skip DJ Mitzel. Then you have Cody Nagel, Sean Stevens, and Isaac Wilson. And then Anthony English. He's a late last-minute add as DJ dropped off, so he's not in this graphic. But Anthony English is in 16th with 2,000 points. Get back here to the race. These guys get ready to go racing here. NSRA Sunday Select Playoffs, round number 1. As we've seen all season long on these next-gen cars, the line to have is right where that pace car is, maybe a little bit above that white line, right in the middle of a track. That's the line that moves. You've seen the last few weeks, the 14 and the 6, they work real well together. And then you have the next group. You have the 3, the 8, and the 21. Those 3 want to get together and work as well. Again, we got 75 laps to figure this all out. This is the first round. 16 cars here vying for a championship. 4 will be eliminated tonight, and we'll go to Daytona next week for 12 racers left for the championship. Good racing here as we wind down season number 9 and crown ourselves a new champion. Pace car is about to come off. And again, in Talladega, the start-finish line is down towards turn number 1 after the tri-oval. Flagman does control all starts here at NSRA. And the restart zone is usually right around the middle of that tri-oval. Green flag is out, and we're racing here at Talladega. NSRA Sunday Select. Vince Guerrero, Cody Nagels lead that front line. And imagine they might race side by side just for a little bit, and I'm probably going to try to hook up some ways. Probably on that top line where Cody's at in the sixth car. Off of turn 2, Paul Servant all over Guerrero now. Dana giving Sean a push, which gets Cody down to the bottom side. Gets hooked up with Vince Guerrero. Now you got Sean Stevens and Dana Osborne trying to get hooked up on that top line. That bottom line really getting to go now. Lost a lot of momentum when the 6th car moved down there. We'll see if they slide up. They do. Paul Servant trying to go up there with them. There's not enough room. Now we're look like we might go a little 3-wide action. Yeah. Paul Servant in the middle, just kind of. The move was a little late. But Sean Stevens has good momentum there on that top line. With Dana Osborne, Daniel Holloway, and there's Isaac Wilson in that 93. Sean gets there. Dana goes way crazy. Great move there by Dana to get in front of Nagels and Guerrero, but they go down to the bottom side. Sean Stevens going to get in front of them. Holloway slides in front of Dana Osborne, leaving Isaac Wilson kind of all by himself a little bit. They're all over the place, moving left and right here. In lap number 2, Isaac slides in front of Russ Hancock at 343. 2 wide now. Holloway leads that top line. Sean Stevens leads that bottom line down into turn number 1. Top line not yet quite gaining its strength. They're still a little spread out there, 4 or 5 cars back. Nagel's doing his best right there to push the 27 forward as hard as he can. Guerrero coming up there behind him. But you have that Candy Shack crew right there. The 21, the 8, and the 3 leading that top line. Showing its strength. Paul a little high up there, but Dana, he's able to get behind Dana. To Isaac Wilson, Russ Hancock, Andrew Schroeder, and 45 of Mr. Pratt. There, right behind Schroeder. Here comes the volunteer, Dusty Burkhardt, to join the fray. Right now, everyone's minding their P's and Q's, getting some laps in. Not a huge field. At 19 cars. 2 cars already off the pace. Brian Kaufman and Adam Kilday, the 1 and the 9. Brian has been in the top 3 in points for almost the entire season. Mr. Consistent. Right now, he's hoping for a caution. Dana and Paul able to slide down. Holloway there on the bottom side. Now Isaac Wilson leads that preferred line with Russ Hancock and Schroeder, Pratt, and Giffen right behind him. A little different strategy today. It looks like the bottom side's working. There goes Servant and Holloway to that middle line. See what happens. That bottom line's going to lose a little momentum as he moves. And there's Sean Stevens with a heck of a push right there onto Dana. Just gave him a shove and kind of backed up that bottom line a little bit. Good to go though. See Dana and Holloway Paul and Holloway just able to pull away on that top side. 4 cars clear of Dana Osborne. See if they want to stay up there in that middle lane or go back down. Work here on lap number 6, round 1 of the playoffs here. NSRA Sunday Select from Talladega Superspeedway. Everyone going back up to that top line. Everyone following Paul Servant right now. Towards the back, spreading out a little bit. I think everyone's now content to run around just log some laps. Got about 10 laps until the pits. Coming down the backstretch, Paul Servant, the leader. See Vince Guerrero, Rick Sebrin's right there. Rick gets a little high, almost into the 8 car, but we're all good. Lap number 8 now. Still being led by Paul Servant. He's got Daniel Holloway, Isaac Wilson right there, Russ Hancock. All these cars just going. Logging laps. Ooh, Dana Osborne in the middle, 3 wide there. Alongside Schroeder, now Michael Pratt and Sean Stevens down low. Dana just disappeared. A little bit of a blinking issue there with the 8 car. Not ideal, 3 wide in a bunch. Everyone settles down, spreads out. Sean backs up a little bit, gives Dana his room. Now Nagels and Guerrero are going to go up top and down below the 8 car. Rick Sebrin's up high, hoping for help from the 6. He's got it. Big bump there from the 6 car. As here comes Dana Osborne now on the bottom side with Vince Guerrero. Rick Sebrin's kind of in the middle now. He's going to go down low. Help that group out. Here on lap number 10. Coming back up here. Lap number 10. Dana Osborne still getting a push. There from Vince Guerrero. Down into turn number 2 there. Still 3 wide action there. Andrew Schroeder in the middle. That JETS, Jets. There, fix the sound. Sorry about that. A little bit of an issue there. But we're back. Russ Hancock now in the middle. 3 wide action. Russ Hancock in the middle. Michael Pratt in the top side up against the wall. Gets off the wall. Sometimes that can be difficult. These guys are giving it all they got. David Overstreet coming into contention now. Yeah, they're looking about 5 or 6 more laps until we have to pit. Dana Osborne leading that bottom. Paul Servant up top. Isaac Wilson right there sticking with Holloway. Doing a great job up there at the front today. The 93 Dodge. David Overstreet there on the outside. The 46 all by himself. We'll see what he decides to do. Might dive down right below Russ, and he does. Ooh, Isaac gets a little loose with a little help from his friend in the 8 car. And you got Vince Guerrero following Dana, and everyone going to the bottom. They just got a little bit of a shove there from the 8, got him loose. Everyone, though, survives and moves on. About 4 laps till pit stops. They'll crank it up. We're back here, lap number 15. These guys are flying around here. Getting ready for pit stops. We are coming. You see everyone down there on the yellow line. No more 2 wide action. They're all waiting for the pits. More than likely you see one group go in and a few cars will stay out. I want to welcome some of our viewers. Les Levy is in the house. Les would have been in the chase, but he had to go out of town. Something called a job, I think. I guess that's more important. Welcome, Mr. Levy. Ricky Bobby's in the house. Driver of the number 62. I think it's 62. I'm getting old. I forget these. No pits this time. Charles Giffen is going down pit road. The first taker. Adam Kilday in the 9 and Brian Kaufman up there. They may come down to pits. We'll see. Here they come. They're going to come down pit road. I'm going to guess these guys are not far behind Paul Servant and company. A little bit of spread out. Those cars on the top side are going to stay out. That's what's happening. Here they come. Servant. Oh, look at Dana Osborne going down low, trying to gain some positions. You don't want to speed, though. Oh, that's going to be close. We'll have to see what happens on Dana there. Does Dana get a penalty or not? If not, that was one heck of a pit entrance, and he did not, and he's away. Your leader right there, the late entry to our chase, the 44 Anthony English, he leads this group. These guys will definitely be coming down this time. Here they come. Rick going out high. Michael Pratt, 45. He is way too fast. That will definitely give him a penalty as he goes into the grass. Can he get it off the grass? Well, that's the question. He's back onto pit lane. But he will have to serve a 40-second speeding penalty, no doubt. David Overstreet overshoots his pits. That's going to hurt. It's left side tires and gas, and he's away. Sean Stevens is your leader, but here comes the group of four that had a great pit stop. Dana Osborne, Daniel Holloway, Paul Servant, Cody Nagels. They're gonna go flying by this group led by Sean Stevens coming onto the track. See the little side draft there by Dana and Holloway trying to get away. Sean Stevens, Mark Mann, Len McNeese trying to get set up so they can get hooked up and attack that group of four. Sean lost a lot of momentum there. He just needs a little bit of a help. We've got Rick Seabrins and Anthony English coming. See now, right there is your cars. Where everyone sits, kind of spreads the field out. Green flag pit stops do that as Mark Mann and Len McNeese have gotten up there with the leaders. So we have a train of 6 right here. Holloway, Osborne, Servant, Nagels, Mann, and McNeese. Those are your top 6. 2.5 seconds back of that, you have Sean Stevens, Rick Seabrins, and Anthony English. Sean is going, he just got a little loose off the turn. Not going down pit road. Sean has some kind of a problem. Maybe he's not quite as fast, or maybe he's just trying to get it all back together here. Isaac Wilson, a little over 4 seconds back of the Rick Seabrins group. He's got Dusty Burkhart. There's Russ Hancock and David Overstreet. Those guys are sitting about 10 seconds back of the leader. A little further back. There's Charles Giffen by himself. Vince Guerrero had some trouble on pit road. There's Kilday and the 9. Separated from the 1 of Brian Kaufman by quite a bit. They're almost a lap down. The leader is coming. Daniel Holloway, his group of 6. Holloway, Osborne, Servant, Nagels, Mann, and McNeese. We're on lap number 22. Here in round 1 of the playoffs, NSRA Sunday Select. Points were, for the most part, reset. There were some bonuses given out. A few drivers have 5 or 10 points more than each other, so this group of 6 is all in the chase. If they were to finish this way, they would move on to next week. That's all you want to do, is run well enough to move on to the next round. You want to be in top 12 of the 16 points wise after this race. I'm looking at the list right now of cars that are in our chase, but in the worst position possible. Brian Kaufman in the 1, right there. He's going a lap down. He just needs a caution at this point. That's the reality. He could be a lap down. He gets a caution, gets a lucky dog, gets a wave around, back on the lead lap, and anything can happen. So Brian Kaufman is a lap down. He's in our chase. Vince Guerrero in the 14. He's all by himself, trying to get up to Charles Giffen in the 99. He's in 15th position. He is 30 plus seconds behind the leaders. Charles Giffen right there at 99. Got Vince Guerrero coming behind him. He is 29 seconds of the lead behind the leaders. And David Overstreet, Russ Hancock, those guys 23 seconds back, and 13th or 12th and 13th right there. Your bottom four: Brian Kaufman, Vince Guerrero, Charles Giffen, and David Overstreet right now. David, though, does have some bonus points. That's 5 bonus points, so that's going to help him. Isaac Wilson has come back to come get them. I would imagine there's a little teamwork, little games or sportsmanship right there. As Isaac and Dusty Burkhart slide back a little bit to catch these 4 so they can get up towards the front again. And your new leader, the 84 lucky Len McNeese, he won last season. Can he do back-to-backs? Len is sneaky quick. Right now he's leading this pack. 25 of 75 laps complete. Good clean racing so far. All green flag racing here for the NSRA Sunday Select. Nice change of pace from the last couple weeks. Single file, these guys go. Len McNeese, Mark Mann, Daniel Holloway. You have the 9 there. He's a lap down, Adam Kilday. The 1, Brian Kaufman, he's a lap down as well. You guys are fighting for the lucky dog right now, if there were to be a caution. Mark Mann looking down low. Will anyone go with him? Right now, no. As Holloway gets right on the bumper of that 84. The Darrell Waltrip special. Lucky Len McNeese right there in the lead as Marcus goes to the back of the pack of this group right here. He's going to settle in now. He'd rather be in the rear than towards the front. It's Anthony English, Rick Seabrans, Sean Stevens. They're trying to get up there, 2.5 seconds back. That could be also why Mark is kind of moving back as go side by side. It would slow this group up a little bit and let that group of 3 join on up in the fun. That could be what's going on. As Len and Holloway go down to the bottom side with Mark Mann. That lets the 9 and the number 1 to lead that top line. Anthony English, Rick Seabrans, and Sean Stevens. Those guys are about 2.5 seconds back as they're shuffling the lead up. It looks like Rick's going to take the lead. Anthony's going to slide on back. Kilday right there, leading the 3rd line, but here comes Dana Osborne and Paul Servant in the middle lane. Trying to put those lap cars behind them. They are tight. Hollow. Oh, there's trouble. We have an accident. Caution flag is out. And if you're Brian Kaufman, heart sinks. If you're involved, the 9 car is not involved. He'll get his lap back. Our first caution. Lap number 29 now. We'll go back and take a look. That had already happened. like the 84 may have just drifted a bit. As iRacing loves to do sometimes, I don't think Len was going up there to go up there. I think the net code took him. Cody got down low to side jet right there. Net code's taking him. It's like a magnet. It just turns you. Nothing you can really do. So the 84 into the 6, which gets into the 1. I don't know. Does anyone else get involved? I don't think so. Everyone else slows down pretty well. Gets going again. They're all coming down for service. There goes the 9. He's going to get his lucky dog. Dana Osborne's going to lead him out of pit road. So we're under caution here, lap number 30. Let's grab someone. Holloway, this is Steve up in the booth. You got me, man?
Oh, Snikes, how's it going?
Going pretty good, man. I mean, how's the racing? It looks pretty good, pretty clean.
Oh, yeah, pretty clean, pretty good. I'm not sure what happened right there, but that was like a slow wreck happening there.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of net code there between Len and Cody, which kind of got him into Bryant and Kaufman on the outside. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was staying low and saw them spinning and still kept that nice and clean here.
Good deal, man. Well, keep it up, man. The racing's been clean, been fun. Still got about 5 laps to go.
Still got a lot to go, and everybody's trying to keep it clean. You know, it's playoffs time, like the Giants head coach used to say, playoffs.
Sounds good, Holloway. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
There's Daniel Holloway in the 21. Looks like Paul Servant, Dana Osborne are going to stay out. Vince Guerrero is going to stay out as well. As we say in Super Speedway Racing, cautions are beloved by most. If you're a driver and something happens, you have a problem on pit road like the 14 did, allows you to get right back up towards the front. We'll green next time by. Ace car has their lights on. Like Dana's going to choose the low line there. Get ready to go back green flag racing here. Paul Servano, only car on the outside lane. Dana Osborne, green flag is out. Dana blinks a little bit, but we're still racing. Blinks again. Oh, poor Dana. Now he stays constant. Everyone goes up in that middle lane, that preferred lane, like we've been talking about all season long. With Dana, Paul Servant, Vince Guerrero, Daniel Holloway, 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there. All we need is that tricolor number 6. Dana flashing. Paul Servant there. Everyone's single file now. He's back. Mark Mann there. Anthony English right out in front of him. It's kind of reset everyone. The only car not benefiting from that caution was the one car who was involved. This continues to be a lap down. The bottom 4, and there goes Dana Osborne again. Just keeps blinking left and right. Not a good sign. We'll see what happens to Dana as he drops down low. He's going to drop below the yellow. His signal has really slowed down. We like to do an NSRA when that happens is have them slide to the back of the pack and just ride around until hopefully the signal gets a little better. And you see Dana doing just that, trying to go to the back of the pack. The signal will get better after a few minutes of riding around. Paul Servant now leading the way with Vince Guerrero, Daniel Holloway. And there he is, Slicky Rick. See him race number 4. So strong the last few races. Good to see him back up there. Anthony English up there as well, looking pretty good for advancing to the next round. Isaac Wilson, Brian Kaufman, Charles Giffen trying to make that top line work. Got a little bit of help. 5 cars back there. Got the 9 to Kilday. He's back there making all kinds of moves, going top to bottom. Dana right there, you saw him blink a little bit again. That 8 car still having connection problems. He just needs to keep in contact with all these guys. All you need to do. And McNeese up high into close to David Overstreet. And Dana gets into the wall. You saw McNeese in 46 get really tight. He put it in the wall. Ooh. Contact there between Michael Pratt and the 343 of Russ Hancock. The 45 up into the wall. It's like a magnet. It can suck you in. Now if you're Dana, you're just going to stay with this lead pack. That's all you need to do. Keep in contact. Don't lose the draft. See that 45 falling further and further behind. He may have lost the draft. He just got in the wall. He's not able to keep it up there. He is definitely lost. Paul Servant and Vince Guerrero leading 1 and 2. Holloway kind of in the middle of no man's land right now. Isaac Wilson, Brian Kaufman, Charles Giffen on that outside line have come right around everybody. Isaac Wilson's your leader right now, the 93. Here comes Dana Osborne in the 8 on the outside, and then he disappears and he comes back. Trying to make the best of a situation that he's got. He's got no help on the top line, so he's going to fall back a little bit. Isaac Wilson, though, is your leader. That 93, Charles Giffen going down low in front of Paul Servant. Now in the backstretch they go. The 93 in first. Daniel Holloway in second. The number 1 car 1 lap down, trying to get his lap back. Like nothing more than a little caution action that happened. Dana still losing, dropping in and out. He's going to have to go to the back, and they're going to have the black flag up the back. David Overstreet in the back. Just biding his time for right now. We're now officially halfway. On lap number 38, Dusty Burkhart there towards the back as well. You see Dana going in and out still. Still having issues. He's falling to the rear again. And you hate this to happen in a playoff race. Ooh, he's almost into the 14 Guerrero, but all right, keeps on going as Vince is falling back to the rear. Log some laps now as these guys continue to go around this track. About 190 miles an hour. Whoa, contact, the 343 and the 1 car involved again. The 8, Dana Osborne involved as well. 343, I don't know what happened there. We're going to find out. I don't know if the 343 just didn't know he was there or what happened exactly. I don't think Brian could have done anything about that. He was... You see Brian just holding his line right there. The 343 starting to come down. It just comes down into him. Brian Kaufman, second in points most of the season, has now had to probably use both of his fast repairs as the ghost of Dana Osborne flashes through. He's got smoke, just no car. The number 1 car, again, with an issue. Here on lap number 39, we're going to go to pits. Isaac Wilson leading this race right now. Looking at 45, may get his lap back as the lucky dog. He'll stay out and get that lucky dog. Isaac, the first off pit road. That 93 is going to keep the lead. be right back. Back here getting ready to go back green here. We'll go back green on lap number 42. Go back green into lap number 42. Isaac Wilson will lead these guys to the green flag. And then NSRA Sunday Select Playoffs round number 1 here from Talladega on Victory Lane Broadcasting. Adam Kilday in the 9 will be in second. Brian Kaufman a lap down that one car. He's up there. He would love nothing more than to get his lap back without someone turning him. You'll have Cody Nagels there in the 6 car right behind him. Daniel Holloway there, Paul Servant, and Vince Guerrero. And there's Dana Osborne. I don't know if Dana's fixed his connection problem or not. We're going to find out when we go back racing. Dana's staying a little bit in that top line just in case he has a flash or connection problem. Doesn't want to affect anyone behind him. See what happens. As long as he doesn't advance position, he should be fine. He's kind of might slide back down. Isaac's going to lead these guys to green flag here. Green flag is out. Isaac Wilson on the gas. Adam Kilday on the gas. As we're at lap 42. And just a huge gap there. Anthony English with Dana in front of him trying to play it safe. Mark Mann, Sean Stevens, Len McNeese, David Overstreet. Those guys staying back too just in case the 8 car has some issues. They're all wound up and they should be good to go. Adam Kilday in that 9 car is your leader with Cody Nagels behind him. And the 21 of Daniel Holloway. Oh, they're going to freight train him on the inside. Kilday with no one behind him. These dominant cars, the same ones that have been dominant all race. The 3, the 8, the 21, the 9, or not the 9, the 6 and the 14. All up front. Anthony English has come to play. Here comes Mark Mann on the outside with his friend Sean Stevens, Len McNeese, and David Overstreet. Everyone slides back up there on that preferred line. And we're all led right now by the 6 car, Cody Nagels. Here on lap number 43. Still have a couple more pit stops left for these guys as Holloway shoves the 6 car. Keep him out in front. Paul Servant just surveying the land behind him. Dana Osborne back there with Vince Guerrero. Dana looks like his connection problems may be a thing of the past. We'll hope so. Oh, contact in the wall. Len McNeese hard in the wall. David Overstreet in the wall. No caution is out. There's the caution. And now, talked about this last time, Brian Kaufman will get his lap down He'll get his lap back, which is what he wanted. Cautions breed cautions. And that's what we're finding out here. Nothing Len could do there. The 26 or the 46 slides a little down, slides that down a little bit. See him moving down now. Slightly right into the 84, who's already there. Len can't do anything about that. All of a sudden, he's turned right towards the wall. That's unfortunate for those guys, the 84 to 46. But the caution did come out. Again, these guys do have 2 fast repairs tonight, as we do in every NSRA super speedway race. 2 fast repairs. We may or may not need them. These cars are pretty resilient, these next-gen cars. We'll see what happens. David Overstreet out of the pits. Len McNeese already out of the pits. Or he hasn't pitted yet, actually. They'll come in the pits now. You see a little bit of damage there on the right front. Probably just checking to see where his tires are. Get you down into speed. Yeah, you just see a little bit of the front end damage, a little right front. A little break in his right front fender. Be trying to save a fast repair and to see if they can just fix it. He's going to get 4 tires. And he looks like he'll let him beat and bang it a little bit and save a fast repair. I was going to pull Len in here, give him a talk to him a little bit, but I don't think he's in here tonight. Is not. Let's see what Mark has to say. Mark Mann, the 04. Mark Mann, this is Steve in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. What's up, brother?
Man, you had such a good, nice green flag run, and now it's like caution, caution, caution.
Well, we were single file there for a while. It was one by.
How's the racing out there though? Otherwise, I mean, looks pretty good.
I've been pretty conservative myself, but yeah, it's been fun when you get the runs. At the end here, I'm sure we'll see 3 wide. I hope we do, or we'll see a 4-pack breakaway. Maybe, I don't really know. I guess we'll see. It's hard to tell with these cars.
I mean, it seems like even if you get a 4-car breakaway, if you get enough cars situated a few seconds behind them, you guys can catch them pretty good.
Yeah, but you definitely don't want to be 1 or 2 cars getting out of the draft here. Otherwise, you're kind of done.
Yeah, I hear you.
You just got to see what line's moving and get in it, basically, and hopefully you have some help at the end, because you're going to need some friends here to make any line go at the end.
Do you have help?
Oh, yeah, I got Rick and those guys in my team speak here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, David O.
Tell David O to keep it off the wall. He'll do better that way.
Yeah, I will.
All right, Mark. Well, good luck, man.
All right, Steven. Thanks, man.
What is Mark Mann? A little subdued Mark Mann. As we get ready to go back racing. Cody Nagels lead him to the green flag. He's got Vince Guerrero up right below him. Dana Osborne, Paul Servant in the second row. Daniel Holloway, Anthony English in row number 3. And then you have Isaac the Wrecking Ball Wilson right there in the 93. Been consistently up front. Those cars up front you see now been up front almost all night. But we know well, anything can change at any moment. We do know the one car, Brian Kaufman, back on the lead lap. So 17 cars on the lead lap tonight. Michael Pratt is 2 laps down the 45. We could have 2 cautions here soon. Michael could be back on the lead lap as well. We only have 1 car retired so far, and that's the 48 of Andrew Shorter, the JETS Jets. Jets. He is out after almost 20 laps of action. We're getting ready to go back green here. Cody Nagels. The 14 of Vince Guerrero right there below him. Pace car will dive in soon. And we'll go back racing on lap number 48. Pace car in. Here we go. Dana Osborne. A little flashy again. You see the 8 car disappearing. And now he's really disappeared. Okay, he's back. Well, still problems there. And Nagels and Guerrero, they're on it. And they're going. Servant backs up a little bit. He doesn't want anything to do with the 8 car in case something happens. Holloway wants to get behind him, but rather get around him. I don't think he has a choice, though. He's got to stick with Dana. Dana is loose as a goose right there, all over the place. Down the backstretch, Paul Servant trying to get hooked up with Guerrero in the 14. But that high side, that middle lane is so strong, Cody Nagels. So fast with Dana pushing him all the way out front with a few car length lead on the 14 as here comes Guerrero up the top side. He's got Servant behind him. Will Paul stick behind? Oh, they're going to go back down to the yellow. Anthony English will take it down the bottom side, try to get behind Dana Osborne. Here goes Guerrero, Servant, and Holloway. And that middle line that's so good here at Talladega. Nagels slides up, but Guerrero's got too much of a run and has to avoid him at all costs as they go flying by the leader. And your new leader is that 14, Vince Guerrero, with Paul Servant and Daniel Holloway right behind him, 1, 2, 3. And in fourth, coming right there, is that 93, Isaac Wilson. Russ Hancock there as well, and Adam Kilday. Sean Stevens up high, Len McNeese down there all by himself in 7th position. Everyone's trying to get situated, kind of single filing it out now. Kilday is finally hooked up to the back of Hancock. And you have Len McNeese leading this group of 5, although the 6 of Nagels and the 8 wanting to go low side. Len trying to get a little bit of a side draft. And they've caught back up with this lead pack. There's Mark Mann. We just spoke to Mark. Hanging out behind Len McNeese. Dana still trying to push Nagels forward. Adam Kilday in the 9 right there in front of Nagels. Hopefully that'll help that line move, but everyone's kind of a single filing it out there, except for Dana and the 8, the 6 of Nagels, and the 9 of Kilday. Here comes Anthony English, Dusty Burkhart trying to get that bottom line to work as well. All chasing the same guy, Vince Guerrero in that 14 Budweiser. And he's got probably the best pusher in this league to 3 right behind him. 25 laps to go here in round 1 of the playoffs. NSRA Sunday Select here from Talladega on Victory Lane Broadcasting. Bottom line making a little bit of headway there with Kilday in the front. Kilday, Nagels, Osborne, and English. Nose to tail on that low side. Just can't quite get up there. As Paul backed off a little bit on the 14, got that bottom lane. Really got him some good momentum, and Kilday and Nagels are coming. All the way separates a little bit from Servant. That's going to give that bottom lane, at least those top 2 cars that are hooked up, some momentum. Here comes Dana Osborne. He's not blinking. That's a good sign. Everyone is all hooked up and in this lead group now. The one car with problems, he's 20 seconds back. He has lost the draft big time. He again needs a caution. Up front, Guerrero, Servant, and Holloway. They have Kilday, Nagels, and Osborne down below. Really putting up a fight. They're side by side. Guerrero, Kilday. They're coming up on lap traffic. I think that's David Overstreet in the 46. He may have not fixed his damage, and it's cost him here. He is not up to speed at all. These guys are flying around at 200 miles an hour. Fly right by the 46. David Overstreet now 1 lap down. He's the only car 1 lap down. Michael Pratt is 2 laps down, so David O would have a lucky dog if a caution were to fly. Still have at least 1 more pit stop for these guys. There's 22 laps to go. Fairly conservative driving so far. Not craziness. You got Russ Hancock, Len McNeese, and Batman, Mark Mann, Sean Stevens up there on the high side. The bottom lane kind of fizzled out. Isaac Wilson wanting to go up there. Just shoves Russ into the wall. I'm sure Russ is cursing under his breath right now. Now that high line is kind of disintegrated. Everyone kind of trying to get in that single file middle lane. There's always a rebel though, and that's Isaac Wilson, the 93. He is your rebel right now. Trying to take that high line. Russ Hancock slides down to that middle lane. Now you only have 2 cars up there, Kilday and Wilson. He gets really close, side draft off the 4. Really tight and close there in the corner. Both cars react. Isaac got to be careful here. Still 20 laps to go. Plenty of racing left. As he comes down again, trying to side draft with that 4. Rick's one of our better super speedway drivers out here. I'm sure he wants nothing to do with that right now. As Isaac slides down hard into that lane. That was an aggressive lane change. Sometimes that's what you need though. Now you have Kilday and David O up there on the top. 20 laps remaining here from Talladega. Overstreet needs a caution to get back on the lead lap. Also needs to make sure Kaufman doesn't get gobbled up by this lead group. Let's see where Kaufman is at. Kaufman right there coming off of turn 2 as our leaders go into turn 1. So still has a few laps before he gets gobbled up. Right now you can see the speed right now on Kaufman. He's going 173. Leaders are going 190 as Isaac has backed off tremendously. Dusty Burkhart with some momentum. Thought about going around the 0-4, but really nothing there. Single filing out. Kilday and Overstreet nose to tail there on that high line. Kilday in 7th place again. Overstreet is in 17th place. A lot can happen still 18 laps to go. Paul Servant, Daniel Holloway just kind of biding their time right now behind a 14, letting him lead, letting him burn the most gas. The 6 car is there as well, Nagels right behind Holloway. Dana Osborne in the 8's right there. The 44 of Anthony English is right there. And there you see Kaufman in your picture right there. Just a brief glimpse of him as they come to get him. Sean Stevens in the pits, short pitting. Little strategy, was in 14th position. He comes down pit road. Nothing to lose, as a few cars that kind of are losing the draft. There's Brian Kaufman off the pace, under the yellow line. David O stays out as the first car a lap down. Sean Stevens still getting service. He must have, now he's out. He's coming out now. Everyone coming down. So you cause everyone to go down pit road. Here they come. And Isaac gets slowed down. He gets in the back of the 8. He turns the 8. He gets into the 6. Oh my. Let's watch that again. Dana is the unfortunate recipient. Isaac coming in pretty hot and quite slow it down. Gets right there and gets into the 6. Anthony English, little contact. Dana gets it started, but we are under green flag conditions, and that will not be a good thing. 93's back out there. Kilday and Overstreet stayed out. Here comes Kilday. Overstreet's going to stay out. He wants a lap down, so now he gets his lap back. Brian Kaufman was a lap down. He's going to get his lap back. Then you have some other cars towards the tail end. Len McNeese, Charles Giffen, and the 45 of Michael Pratt. They're going to eventually have to come into the pits. And then the lead group right here. Holloway, Guerrero, Mark Mann, Isaac Wilson. The 3 of Paul Servant, Anthony English, and Rick Seabrins. 4 seconds back of them, you have Russ Hancock in the 343. 2.5 seconds behind him, Dusty Burkhart. And then 6 seconds back, these two, Dana Osborne, Cody Nagels, they have got to work together to get up towards the front, or at least try to collect some cars to gain some positions. The man who started all the pit stops, Sean Stevens, all by himself. That's the one thing. As the leaders, Len McNeese and Charles Giffen, they are coming down pit road for the final time. Holloway takes the lead. 14 laps to go here from Talladega. NSRA Sunday Select in the playoffs. Round 1 of 4. 16 drivers are in stake, going for 12 spots. See a 3-car breakaway there, 21-14 and a 0-4. Everyone's all right there, though. Isaac Wilson, Paul Servant, Anthony English, Rick Seabrans. A win's great. All you want to do is advance. That's all you want to do. You want to be top 12 in points coming out of this race. Tucked a little bit before the race, and these are, again, the points as they stand. Some of these guys have 10, 5 extra points from bonuses received during the season. These are the guys. The only exception here, DJ Mitzel, not in the chase. And the 44, Anthony English, does take his place. They both will start with 2,000 points. So Anthony is sitting pretty right now in the top 10. All these guys up here at the front, they are in like Flynn right now for the next round at Daytona next Sunday night. But we know how it happens here. You gotta win. You want to win. I'm sure that's what Holloway's thinking, Guerrero's thinking. I mean, Vince Guerrero's always up front. Hasn't come across the win yet. He'd love to win tonight. Les Levy looking. He wants to know where Mitzel's at. Mitzel had a bad Big Mac. Couldn't make it. The Golden Arches were not kind to him. And so he could not make tonight's race. Anthony English in that 44 steps in his position and is looking good right now to keep advancing. Wouldn't that be something? First alternate moving on with a chance to win a championship would be great. Anthony's been a good driver here in the NSRA. Charles Giffen still in the pits. 99 car. These guys are playing the string out now. Dana Osborne. Looks like he may have dropped his connection. I don't know. Well, Dana's up here. Dana and Nagels have caught into Burkhart and Russ Hancock. And Kilday's there now to the 9. So we got a group of 5 here. But Dana is still blinking. So this is 8th place. Russ Hancock, Cody Nagels in 9th. Dusty Burkhart in 10th. Dana Osborne in 11th. And then there's Kilday, but he is falling behind. He doesn't want to lose that draft, or he'll fall really far behind. These guys are 14 seconds back of 7th place Rick Seabrans. They need to make something happen quick if they want to do this. The Kilday has caught back onto the back of their bumper. This lead group of 7, Holloway, Guerrero, Mann, Wilson, Servant, English, and Seabrans are tearing up 14.5 seconds ahead of the next group led by Russ Hancock. 9 laps to go here from Talladega. As they get close to the 99, Charles Giffen, another lap down. He would be 2 laps down. Put him 2 laps down. Holloway, Guerrero, and Mann right there. 1, 2, and 3. And Isaac, the wrecking ball. Wilson in 4th place. What a great race tonight by Isaac. A good job staying up there. Been so fast tonight. Paul Servant, a little bit of air there. Probably to cool himself off in 5th. 9 laps to go. 8 laps to go now that we've crossed the start-finish line. So you wind it down to the end. The sun begins to set a little bit. You see the shadows on the track. I know Holloway doesn't want to lead right now. No one wants to lead, really. He's got no helpers behind him. His helpers are a few cars behind him. Got the 3 and the 44. They'll help him. The 14 really doesn't have any helpers either. Cody Nagels is, let's see. He is 15 seconds back of this group. That group of the second group of 6 cars has not made a dent in this first group, so the race is going to come down to these guys, assuming we don't have a caution. If we have a caution, though, we're going to bunch this field up. We have 2 green-white checkers if we need them. Hopefully we don't. We can go right to the checkered flag. Holloway would like that. Holloway wants to stay out in front, would like to get a win. He's been leading the points, I think, since about week number 3 or 4. Mr. Consistent. The 21. The 1 car has been super consistent, too. He picked the wrong night to have one of those races. Nothing he can do about it as he goes into the pits. The 1 car, Brian Kaufman. Now seeing 17th position. Six laps to go. Second group led by Russ Hancock, still trying their hardest, but they are straight away behind. Dana Osborne flashing probably does not help momentum that much. Does not help it that much either. But they're giving it their own. They're 13 seconds back of the lead pack. These guys are starting to get a little racy. 5 laps to go. Anthony English can't fall too far behind. And he won't. Charles Giffen there in that 9 car. Paul Servant, Rick Sebring side by side. I think if you're Paul, you want to get up to your buddy in the 21 as everyone goes side by side. Here we go. Rick Sebring's down low under Vince Guerrero. Charles Giffen helping him. Rick's trying to get up to the 4's trying to get to the 0-4. Just can't make it work. Not enough help. Come to the start-finish line. There are going to be 4 laps to go. 4 laps right now. Daniel Holloway, Mark Mann, 1 and 2. Isaac Wilson right there. Vince Guerrero, Paul Servant. Charles Giffen slides under the yellow. He doesn't want to affect this race for the win, it looks like. Rick Sebring's back there. Anthony English back there as well. Anthony's had a great showing tonight. That 44 has been up front all night long. Looking pretty good. Up front, these guys are starting to think about it. Going to be 3 laps to go. When we cross the start-finish line, probably still too soon. Anthony English sideways a little bit there at the start-finish line. He needs to hook up with the 3. Here comes Rick Sebring's around the outside. He had some momentum. Rick Sebring's in that 4 car is coming fast. Is the 44 going to go with him? The 44 goes with the 9 goes with him. So we got 3 cars there in the top. Paul Servant with a nice side draft there off the 4. Stalled him out a little bit. Nothing going on up front. Holloway still leads off of turn number 4. Coming down to 2 laps to go. Rick Sebring still trying to make something happen. That has stalled out there on the top line. 2 laps to go here from Talladega NSRA Sunday Select Playoffs round number 1. Here on Victory Lane Broadcast. Here comes Mark Mann thinking Isaac Wilson getting pushed by Rick Sebring as that top line is coming. Mark Mann has no one behind him. Isaac in the wall, Rick in the wall, but they're still going forward. Holloway needs some help. He's driving with his mirrors now. He's got Guerrero right behind him who's going to give him a nice shove. Here comes Isaac and Rick, though. They're coming fast on the outside. Rick's trying all he can to stay right behind Isaac. They're coming down off of turn number 4 towards the tri-oval to get the white flag. Isaac's going to lead right now. Isaac takes the white flag. It's it. This is the last lap tonight. Holloway still getting help from Guerrero, but they're going nowhere. Isaac Wilson powering through. Oh, Holloway sideways. Holloway is sideways, and he is lost. Oh, he rejoins them. What a move by Holloway. Great driving there. Isaac Wilson, Rick Seabrans, 1-2. Anthony English in third. Vince Guerrero in fourth. Here comes Paul Servant in fifth. Rick's going to try to go around. Isaac on the outside. 3 wide action. Here comes Vince Guerrero. Rick Seabrans, Vince Guerrero, Anthony English. Paul Servant out of nowhere. Rick's going to try outside. No, Vince Guerrero's going to take the win. Rick Seabrans in second. Paul Servant in third. Anthony English in fourth. Mark Mann in fifth. Holloway with the save of his life off of turn 2. Let's see if we can't take a look at that. Just incredible. Got Guerrero pushing the 21. Trying all he can to get him going. Just got him sideways. Oh, he collects the car and comes right back up. Mark Mann overcorrects into the wall. Oh, all kinds of craziness. Whew. But your winner tonight's that 14, Vince Guerrero. That's the qualifying results. We don't want that. We want this. Vince Guerrero right there. What a job tonight. At 14 is your winner. Grab some guys, talk about the race, and we'll be back. All right, we're back here at the top 3. The 14, Vince Guerrero is your winner. Vince, great race, man. Good to get a win here at NSRA.
Yeah, thanks. It feels really good. I haven't got a win for a while, so I think this is my first one here.
It
You
is.
guys,
You're always up front. You and Cody are always up front challenging everyone. It just seems like something happens here or there, and it just makes you fall back a little bit. So good to see you finally get a win, and especially this first round of the playoffs.
right? Yeah, I was lucky enough to make it in, so I appreciate them voting for letting me be in this playoffs. I just hope, I don't want them to regret that they put me in there.
No, don't worry. No regrets at all, man. We're glad you joined us this season. You and Cody have been so strong and provide a lot of good racing out there. I mean, talk about the race tonight. You know what? How'd you feel the race went for you?
I struggled. I don't know if you noticed, but I lost it there on the first pit cycle. Just got loose coming out of the pit road. I had the first bay right there, so you really have to be nice and easy on the throttle, and I ended up just losing it on the exit.
Yeah, the cautions happened were well timed for you because you were falling behind. So that was very, very fortunate that those cautions came out for you tonight.
Yeah, because the lead pack was coming. I think they were only like 8 seconds back, and then the caution came.
It's just like super speedway racing. You just never know what's going to happen. Well, Vince, congratulations on the win tonight. You're going to move on to next week. We go to Daytona. Top 12 are going to fight for 8 positions. So congratulations. Anyone that you want to give a shout out to or thank?
Yeah, Dana, Paul, and Daniel, and my teammate also with Cody. I'm glad we all had a good run here. I really wanted to push Daniel to the win, but I pushed him a little bit too hard, got him loose. So I apologize, Daniel.
Well, it's all good, Vince. Well, congratulations on the win, man.
Thanks a lot, guys.
In second place, I just made a nickname up for you, Rick, on my graphic. I called you Slick Rick Seabrans.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've been called a lot worse, so we'll take it.
We'll talk about the race tonight. I mean, you were in mid pack for most of the race. At the end, you were up front. You and Mark just pushed the pace. It seemed like.
Yeah, this Lions Motorsports Yeti Mustang was super fast. It just, again, we just kind of didn't have that energy coming back, and I kind of felt bad for Isaac. He got a little bit of damage rushing up against the wall there on the backstretch, and which messed up his steering in 3 and 4, and he had to go to the bottom a little bit, and it was over from there. We had to take that momentum and go back, but the 14 had a little bit more momentum and brought it home in first tonight. But yeah, we'll take a top 3 and go on to next week in this winning you're in format, man. It's stressful, and happy to survive the first round.
There you go. That's all it is. You got to survive and move on and just make it to that last race. That's the key, right?
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations on second place. Anyone that you want to thank or give a shout out to?
Just all the fans at home watching, you guys up at the booth, and all the admins that put these races on.
Sounds good. Congratulations on the second, Rick.
Thanks.
And in third, our Canadian friend, Paul Servant. Man, Paul, you're up front all race. Can you have someone help the noob with his internet connection so you have more help up front, right?
Well, yeah, I think it was on one of those adult sites and left it in the background or something. I don't know.
the noob does not do that. Come on.
You never know.
I mean, it looked like at those last few laps, you were searching for a way, trying to get up there with Holloway, weren't you?
Well, Holloway and Vince,
Yeah.
I know we got to battle Rick and Mark. I mean, they're always there at the end, and it's always a good battle. We appreciate the competition. It's fun. It makes the ends fun. No wrecking. That was fun. And just I knew being stuck at the bottom there, it was going to be hard to get Vince a push, but we had a heck of a run, and we got him there and finished third. Moving on.
That's what it is. Like you said, with Rick, move on. That's all you want to do. Move on. And if I look at the finishing, and we were talking about this a little before we came back online, it looks like the 4 cars that aren't going to move on, the 1 of Kaufman, the 9 of Giffen, the 84 of McNeese, and the 27 of Sean Stevens. So we lose McNeese, who was last season's champion, and Sean Stevens, who won 2 seasons ago. So
wow.
it's
Okay.
looking good.
Yeah. Well, I usually don't make it to the last round anyway, so.
It's time for change, right, Paul?
Oh, we'll see. I just enjoy having good finishes and a good race like that. Nobody's mad at anybody, and it makes it for a fun night, no matter what position you finish.
It's always nice when you can finish a race and not be flying across the line sideways or upside down. So it was a good finish.
If you're coming to the start-finish line and somebody turns you sideways and you still win it, I mean, you can it's good. But if you don't win it, no, it's bad.
I hear you. Well, congratulations on the third. Anyone that you want to thank, give a shout out to?
The league, the broadcast, the fans. I got a few friends watching. Vince for the win. Glad I got him there. Always fun racing with Rick here and Mark. Much respect for them. and my Dana, Dan, and all the virtual crowd people yelling at us.
Sounds good, man. Well, we'll see you next week at Daytona, Paul.
All right, congrats again, Vince, for the win, man.
Well, there we go. Our first round of the playoffs out of the way from Talladega. Got Vince Guerrero with the win, Rick Seaburns in second, Paul Servant in third. And then, like I said earlier, it looks like the 4 cars that will not make it onto the next round are going to be the 27 of Sean Stevens, the 84 of Len McNeese, the 9 of Charles Giffen, and the 1 of Brian Coppin. Those 4 cars, I think, will be gone, or not gone, but will be eliminated from the playoffs. But we're going to move on to Daytona next week. You thought this racing was good. It's just going to get better. Tighter quarters at Daytona. These guys are racing with their hair on fire. It's great racing here on NSRA Sunday Select. We can't wait to see you in 1 week's time from Daytona. Everyone have a great week.